Okay, so I previously tested the Click gaming mouse from Epomaker and I enjoyed it so much that I made it my main gaming mouse for months. I loved the shape of it, the way it glided on my mousepad, and it performed like a professional gaming mouse. But if you don't have $70 to spend for that mouse, what I have here is the best alternative that I think has, the same build quality, the same structure, and the same overall feel for just a quarter of the price. Let's talk about it. Quick disclaimer though that this was sent over by Epomaker, but that will not affect my honest thoughts and opinion about the product. This is the Click Lite mouse, which is kind of like the revamped version of the Click mouse but with less features. But less features doesn't always mean less performance. Let's talk about how it looks first. On the Click mouse, if you choose the black version, you will get an all black mouse, but on the Lite version, it has these white accents for the scroll wheel, DPI buttons, and the side buttons, as well as the base of the mouse. I think the white part on the bottom will get dirty over time. Well, every gaming mouse gets dirty over time, but on this white part, it will be more apparent. The dirt marks will be more visible than with the black color. You can also choose the white version of this mouse with black accents, and this is only retailing at about $30, which is very cheap. The finish again is very much like the Click mouse. Although I think this mouse has a mattier finish offering good grip and control, the surface also doesn't attract oil marks and sweat marks. Always looks clean even on a whole day of usage. It still has piano blacks, particularly on this part where the scroll wheel and DPI selection buttons sit. Ambidextrous shape or symmetrical shape, which means this gaming mouse can also be used by left-handed people. But we have side buttons here which can give them a hard time when gaming. Disabling the side buttons is always an option, and you can do that using Epomaker's official driver for this. We'll talk more on that later. I just love the shape that this and the Click mouse have. They are very similar in terms of shape, and in fact they have the exact same dimensions. The shape is very similar to Razer's Viper V3 Pro. The overall build and shape just gives very good control over the entire mouse. It has a short length, which means people with large hands like myself can use this with fingertip grip and claw grip. I am a fingertip grip gamer, but sometimes I find myself using this with claw grip because of the hump on the shell leaning a little bit on the back side, catching a little part of my palm, and I think it provides great support for long periods of gaming. For people with small hands though, this can be used with palm grip, claw grip, and even fingertip grip if you wish. The waist is curved out, which offers good ergonomics and provides a nice resting position for your thumb, ring, and pinky finger. This mouse weighs only 57 grams, very light, and that also translates to a really nice gaming experience, especially for games that last hours. With its light weight, this mouse is also perfect for FPS games like Valorant and Counter-Strike, which requires you to flick your gaming mouse all around your mousepad. The balance is also at the center of the mouse, that is perfect for wrist aimers. Now I can't say if the shell shines easily as I have been only using this for a week, but if it does, the box comes with 2 extra stylish grip tape sets. I'm not sure if this is only a packaging accident, but it came with 2 sets. Lucky me. The buttons are really easy to click. I've spent a lot of Dota games using this mouse, and that's one of the first thing I noticed. If you play or have played MOBA games, you know that light and easy to click right buttons are very appreciated because MOBA games tend to last hours on end, so light primary buttons are very good in that scenario. But as light as they are, they do not cause misfires in first-person shooter games like Valorant and Counter-Strike, as they still have that crispy tactile force needed to actuate the buttons. They do not have much pre-travel, and the tactile bump is right at the top of the travel. That's why they are so responsive and crispy. I'm just not sure what switches they used with this gaming mouse because it is not stated in Epomaker's official website. The side buttons have a little pre-travel, and the tactile feedback feels like it's on the far end of the total travel, but it still feels very crispy. The scroll wheel has a very good scrolling feel. It feels rubbery but not sticky, while still having a premium tactile feedback. We have here the DPI buttons to cycle through 6 stages of DPI. It defaults to 1600 DPI, just so you know. And here we also have an LED indicator that tells you the battery status and what DPI setting you're on. On the bottom part, we have these PDFE white keys that glides perfectly. If these get worn out, the box also comes with extra mouse case, which I think is just very generous for a mouse with a $30 price tag. We have here the switch to turn the gaming mouse on, as well as switch between the connectivity modes. We also have a button here to cycle through those connections and an LED indicator on top. Below that is a button to cycle through polling rate, which you can also customize using the software. And this mouse also has a dongle compartment right here. The USB-C port is on the top as per usual, and here you can charge the mouse or use it wired. This gaming mouse is rocking Pixar's optical sensor, which is the PAW3311. Not the newest sensor out there, but this is the light version, the budget version, so it's understandable. It can reach up to 22,000 DPI, 300 IPS tracking speed, 30 grams of acceleration, and a maximum polling rate of 1000 Hz. It is not the most powerful sensor on paper, but for casual gamers like you and me, this is totally enough. But if you're really serious on the games you play, I suggest getting the Epomaker's Click non-light version, which is just packed with advanced features and the latest tech a gaming mouse can offer. But getting less features and powerful parts doesn't mean you don't get benefits. PAW3311 is known for being very power efficient, and with the 500 mAh battery, this gaming mouse can last weeks on a single full charge. This mouse also has tri-mode connectivity. You can connect this using the 2.4 GHz wireless dongle that reaches 1000 Hz of polling rate, wired mode that reaches 1000 Hz of polling rate as well, and Bluetooth, which you can connect up to 2 Bluetooth devices, but it only reaches 125 Hz, so gaming wise, that is out of the option. The software is fairly easy to understand, though I think the fonts are a little tiny and hard to read sometimes, but overall everything you need to tweak this gaming mouse is right here. You also have these bonus features like rapid key, combo keys. You can also make your own macros and customize the functions. You can also adjust the DPI levels according to your preference. On the performance setting tab, it has the straight correction or angle snapping and ripple control. You can also set your polling rate, debounce time, and the sleep setting. You can also create your own macros. I just love how this mouse turned out to be. For $29 US, this gaming mouse is very cheap. Epomaker didn't hold out on the build quality and the sensor choice. PAW3311 is still a very good mouse sensor. If you're very serious about gaming and you play competitive a lot of times, and if you have extra dollars to spend, I suggest getting the Click non-light version, because I personally think that that gaming mouse gives you a lot more than other gaming mice with the same price tag. But if you're on a tight budget, this little guy is the perfect way to go. It is very sleek, the build quality is really good, and the overall raw performance is unmatched.